She's putting herself out there fearlessly, facing down even her harshest critics.
Gonna talk a little bit about Michelle today and Kamala. Originals will be in the description. I will stop and start. Y'all know how I do. Let's get straight to it.
She's seeking out Republicans to find common ground. And unlike her opponent, she's not ducking interviews or cowering in safe spaces only with fawning audiences. No, she's showing us what a sane, stable leader looks like.
Oh, okay. So this is what Michelle believes. All right. So she's looking to bridge the gap between she and Republicans. So the Republicans that she's choosing are war-mongering uniparty members who want to continue to milk the taxpayer to keep us in this never-ending cycle of wars or perpetual wars. These are the people that she's holding hands with. People who are possibly on a client list. People who have something to lose if Donald Trump gets a second term, because Donald Trump has promised to release certain things that they might be on. Those are the people like, please, let's get her elected. Let's get her elected. We gotta watch out for the steal this time. But again, look, I mean, this is what Michelle believes. Michelle believes that she's going out there and putting herself out there in harm's way, essentially going into hostile territory and answering the questions from people who do not agree with her. Now, she wasn't doing that when she first started. They were hoping that Joy and Vibes would just they'd be able to ride that wave right on into the White House. They realized that that was not going to be the case. People weren't going to just do the whole Barack Obama thing again, where hope and change, he's black, we're going for it. They realized that black men weren't going for it. And a lot of black women have turned a deaf ear or turned a blind eye to that type of rhetoric and that type of manipulation. So what has to happen now is she has to go out there and earn the vote. She has to figure out her policy positions. Her website didn't have policy positions for the longest time. And then they finally came out with it because people were asking, what are you going to do differently than the current administration? And she had to figure out something that she would do differently because she wasn't planning on doing anything differently. And she probably still isn't, but she needs to at least sell the moderates and the people that are on the fence on the possibility that there won't be another 4 to 8 years of what we've seen happen now. So yes, she had to go into the lion's den because she wasn't going to just be carried on flowery beds of ease into the White House because she has 2 X chromosomes and has a little bit more melanin. Michelle says she's sane and stable. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind.
I got to ask myself, well, why on earth is this race even close?
That's a good question.
I lay awake at night wondering what in the world is going on.
Your candidate is whack. Nobody believes in her. She can't put together a cogent plan. She can't be in a position with opposition for more than 25 minutes. She's going to go back to her canned responses to everything. She does not have an effective plan to answer questions, to deal with pushback. And people recognize that, and they're wondering, if she can't do this in these softball interviews with these softball questions, how is she going to stare down a dictator and have him back down like Trump has done? Like Trump did in his administration. That's what they're wondering. She's not giving that to people. Even her base isn't as excited as you would think they would be coming up to the end of the election.
And it's clear to me that the question isn't whether Kamala is ready for this moment, because by every measure, she has demonstrated that she's ready. The real question is, as a country, are we ready for this moment?
You see how they gaslight you? You see how they gaslight? Y'all ain't ready, right? That's a common tactic amongst women who Don't even get me started. I'm not gonna go there today. We're gonna save that for after the election, all right? But y'all know what I was about to say, right? Y'all, you ain't a real man if you don't do X, Y, and Z. You ain't a real man, right? They gonna gaslight you, all right? But let's hear what this sane, stable. We're gonna deal with stable first. Let's listen to what this stable presidential candidate. Let's listen to how she handles this very simple question.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes, and they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Well, so her mistake was being prepared because it would be a mistake to not be prepared. Stable, very, very stable, right? I've made mistakes in my past. I have done X, Y, and Z, and I've learned this lesson from it. Easy, done. No, word salad. Like that's just like she just word salad. That's it. That's what she does best. Let's deal with the same part here. All right, let's listen to this.
Should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again.
So let me say it one more time.
Never again.
Never again. Never. Right? I don't know if I've ever seen a presidential candidate in recent memory do this. I've never seen it. But there are some people who have done that in the past. Let's take a look at what this reminded some people of.
And behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again.
Because they're always calling Trump that name. I don't ever remember him. Leave it in the comments if you know. If he's ever done one like that, you let me know. I would love to see it so I can be proven wrong. I appreciate the members. It's amazing how they just accuse you of everything that they are guilty of. That's the liberal progressive way, I guess. Thank you, members and subscribers and everybody, supporters. Till next time, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men. Be strong. See y'all around. Bye.